Welcome back to 13 News. It is now almost 5:30 and we're less than a week away from the start of a new legislative session, followed by the swearing in of a new governor. Lawmakers have a lot of work ahead of them, including voting on how the state is going to spend its money, your money, in 2026 and 27.
And that's got many lawmakers already filing legislation on what some of those spending priorities should be. 13 News State House reporter Emily Longnecker explains a proposal from one state senator.
Democratic State Senator Fady Qaddoura has filed legislation to address what he calls critical gaps in education funding for Indiana students.
Qaddoura is calling to raise starting pay for Indiana teachers to $65,000.
Over the last 4 years, we had anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 teacher vacancies across the state of Indiana. So it's extremely important to raise not only the beginning salary, but also help fund our schools enough so that they can raise salaries for all other teachers.
According to the Indiana Department of Education Job Board, there are currently close to 2,000 open education positions across the state. Qaddoura says raising teacher starting pay will attract more people to the field and keep those already in the classroom there longer. Raising starting salaries for teachers was also a key point of Governor-elect Mike Braun's campaign for governor. Braun says he'd like to raise the starting salary for teachers to $60,000, using some of the money that right now goes to school buildings and facilities to help cover that salary increase. The average starting salary for an Indiana teacher is $40,000, according to the most recent Indiana's Teacher Compensation Report, which is the salary lawmakers set 2 years ago during the last budget session. Qaddoura says bipartisan efforts in the upcoming session are a way to move Indiana forward.
My intention is going to be to work with the governor, to work across the political aisle with my Republican colleagues to be sure that we address this critical educational policy issue.
And there's a lot more to this bill beyond just teacher pay. Coming up tonight at 6, I'll tell you what this bill says about funding for textbooks and why Senator Qaddoura says the current amount just isn't enough. At the State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
And Qaddoura's bill also calls for the state to provide more money for school safety grants that school districts can apply for. Right now, Qaddoura says $25 million is allocated and he wants to raise that to $35 million.